third speaker is Cheryl M. Stefia Este MBA QRMA. She is an Australia Award Fellowship student affiliate Finders University, Australia. Let me read her curriculum vitae. Okay. Cheryl Marlita Stevia. Um, Miss Cheryl got her master's degree in business administration in entrepreneurship and technology management from Institute Teknologi Bandung West Java. Her doctoral degree in management science from University Negeri 11 Maret Surakarta, Central Java. Miss Cheryl has taken course on marketing management Harvard University. Leadership Exchange Program, Temasek Foundation, Singapore. And then the latest, she is an Australian Award Fellowship, Finders University, Australia. She has several work experience, professional experience as a lecturer in Duta Wacana Christian University, Yogyakarta. She also consultant in ADRA Indonesia. She was also an additional coach in PT PLN Persero. She has also been business coach for PT BRI Research Institute. She also has been business coaching specialist for the Greater Hub Incubator ITB. There are several more than 10 research that she has published Q1 and Q2 articles. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Cheryl. Miss Cheryl?
Hello.
Hello, time and place is yours, Miss Cheryl.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me here. My name is Cheryl, and today I'm going to share insight from a case study in Port Elliot, a small town in South Australia. This case shows how small and medium enterprises build resilience by combining their unique stories and the support of local institutions and also the strength of their communities and digital marketing practices that stay true to who they are. And what we learned from Portelia's case is that resilience is not only about surviving challenges, but about using identity and relationships and also technology in a strategic way. So in the next few slides, I will walk you through how these elements work together to help SMEs remain strong and competitive in a constantly changing environment. Next, please. Okay, so this is the introduction of a holistic model of SME resilience. So in Port Elliot, resilience develops through the interaction of four key forces. So storytelling that reflects local identity, institutional support that provides structure and credibility, and community engagement that creates social strength, and digital marketing that communicates this value authentically. And rather than relying on a single tactic, SMEs with these elements together to create a complete resilience model. So this holistic approach helped them recognize opportunities, adjust when needed, and maintain their place in the market. And at the core of this model is the idea that resilience is shaped by relationship and by place and by collective meaning, and it is something built through ongoing interaction between the businesses and their environments. Next, please. Okay, when it comes to the academic approach, I will use theoretical framework, which is dynamic capabilities, and this dynamic capabilities framework helps explain how these businesses manage to stay competitive. And according to this framework, we know that organizations become resilient when they continuously learn and adapt. So the first capability is sensing. The SMEs observe their environment closely, paying attention to market trends and tourism patterns. So changing in consumer interest and especially towards sustainable and locally made products. And the second capability is seizing. So once opportunities appear, SMEs take action by refining their product and shaping compelling narratives and positioning themselves strategically within local and regional markets. So the third capability is reconfiguring. So businesses make adjustment to their resources, their branding, and their processes while still holding onto the local identity that differentiates them. And together, this capability shows the resilience is dynamic. It grows through continuously reflections, adaptations, and transformations. Okay. So this is the highlight. So the four pillars of SME's resilient import Elliot is the first one is authentic storytelling. So local businesses build their brand identity by sharing stories of place, craftsmanship, and sustainability. So these stories help customers understand the deeper meaning behind each product and connect with the people who create them. And the second pillar is government support. So this is crucial because local institutions help ensure product quality. So provide quality control system, create market access and opportunities that allow SMEs to grow with confidence. And the third pillar is community engagements. So this is the main point of the four pillars. It is community members provide feedback, promote local product, and act as the informal guardians of authenticity. And their involvement builds collective ownership over local products or over local brands and making SMEs feel supported and valued. And the last one is digital marketing. So businesses use digital platform to amplify their authentic stories, and through transparent and evidence-based communications, SMEs extend their reach while staying true to their identity. So when these four pillars work together, resilience becomes both social and strategic, and it is built through connection, culture, and meaningful communications. Okay, let's deep dive into the first pillar. It is authentic storytelling. Like I thought before that authentic storytelling is the central to how SMEs in Port Elliot differentiate themselves, and instead of relying on generic marketing, they openly share their production journey. So from green farming and local sourcing to careful packaging and quality assurance. So their stories highlight three main focus. So locality reflects the bond between the product and its place of origins. And craftsmanship emphasizes the skill and dedication that go into creating each item. And sustainability communicates ethical values and attention to care for the environments. Okay. And yeah, the evidence-based marketing approach in Port Elliot storytelling is reinforced by evidence. So every claim is supported by real proof, such as process descriptions, certifications, photos, videos, traceable information about how the product is made. So because of this, customer feel like they are part of an honest and meaningful relationship with the brands. So the transparency is the key. Next. Yeah. So the government support as foundations. I think government support plays a vital role in giving SME stability because local authorities encourage traditional craftsmanship and eco-friendly values, helping shape a high standard of product quality. So, in addition, government initiatives such as community market, bazaar events create accessible spaces where SMEs and showcase their product and reach new customers. So through this effort, I think government become both a guardian of quality and facilitator of growth also. Next, please. Okay. And from the perspective of institutional theory, formal structure shape how SMEs are perceived and how they operate. So policies define expected business practices, quality system maintain product integrity, and local market platform give visibility and legitimacy. So in Port Elliot case, this institutional arrangement build consistency and predictability and helping SMEs navigating competition and customer expectations. So the institutional support become a very core become a core foundation for a long-term resilience and competitive advantage also. Next. Next, please.
Yes, Miss Cheryl, I would like to ask for your apology for the malfunction. This is the
Oh,
connection
okay.
problem. Yes, please give us a few minutes
Okay.
to share your material.
Okay. Or maybe I can continue.
Yes, you can. You may
Okay.
continue. Yes.
Okay, so the third pillar that I want to share is community engagement as social safety net. So community engagement as a social safety net for SMEs is local resident participate actively in shaping business success. So they offer feedback and share recommendations and help maintain product quality by observing how businesses operates. And this involvement creates a strong sense of shared responsibility, and SMEs do not stand alone. They are supported by a community that feels emotionally connected to their product and their value. So such collective ownership help businesses remain resilient even during times of uncertainty. Yeah, you may continue. Next, please. Okay, so the social capital and regional identity is in Port Elliot, local product become symbol of identity. The community is proud of them, and their pride strengthen the brands trans and transparent storytelling help residents speak confidently about local products, so supporting them both socially and commercially. This strong bond between regional identity and brand identity creates a positive cycle. The more people believe in the brand, the stronger the region's identity becomes, and vice versa. Next, please. Yeah. So digital marketing as a resilient amplifier. So in Port Elliot case, digital marketing is used to strengthen authenticity rather than overshadow it. It is SME shares real moments from their production processes, involve customers through conversations, and highlight community support. So different platforms serve different purposes, of course, but Instagram is used to tell visual stories, and Facebook helps build engagement and discussions, and local tourist sites help connect product to the experience of visiting the regions, and video content creates emotional depth. And digital marketing expand the reach of local narratives while keeping the brand grounded in its origins. So, yeah, next, please. So yeah, the evidence-based digital storytelling becomes even more compelling when it includes real evidence. So SMEs share photos and videos from farms, workshop, and packaging rooms. So they show sourcing information and customer testimonial that can be traced and verified. And this strengthen brand meaning and enhance emotional connections. So customer sees the people behind the product and the effort and that goes into each step. um I think it is important to have such a transparency increases credibility and making it easier for SMEs to stand out in competitive markets. And Keller customer-based brand equity model explain the impact of these strategies. Consumer begin to associate the brand with values such as locality, craftsmanship, and sustainability. So this association depend their understanding of the brands, and customer also develop stronger emotional responses, and they trust the brand more and feel loyal to it and evaluate it positively. So this strong psychological connection position SMEs competitively, not just because of a price or convenience, but because of meaning and authenticity. Next, please. Okay. So this is it. This is the holistic resilience model. This slide brings all together into one holistic resilience model. Authentic storytelling shapes who the SMEs are, and government support provides in structure and standards, and community engagement build legitimacy and advocacy, and digital marketing expand the reach of these narratives. And when this component interacts, I think SMEs are able to sense new opportunities, responded strategically, and adjust their resources without losing who they are. And the integrated approach create a sustainable foundation for a long-term advantage. Okay. So from this case study, we can identify several strategic formulas for SME's resilience. Storytelling builds trust by combining transparency, evidence, and local identity, and government support strengthen resilience by ensuring quality and creating a pathway to markets, and community involvement acts as a builder or legitimacy and accountability, and digital marketing amplifies authentic narratives and enhance brand equity without compromising identity. So taken together, these formulas help SMEs remain competitive and meaningful in the eyes of their customers. Next, please. Okay, so I think this is the last slide at the end of our presentation. So, what is the implication and future directions? So, I think that this model offers valuable implications. So, SMEs should invest early in developing authentic narrative support by evidence, and they should engage with government institution and see them as a partners, and they should treat their communities as a collaborators also rather than passive audiences, and they should use digital platform to strengthen their story and not to distort it. And future research or future exploration could explore how authentic narrative evolve as a brand grow digitally, or how place-based marketing contributes to wider regional developments. And overall, the Port Elliott key shows the resilience is created through strategic integrations of narrative, institution, community, and technology. So it is a process that builds not only strong businesses but strong regions also. So I think that's it. Thank you very much for having me. Back to the moderator, please. Thank you.
Any questions? Yes, we have arrived in Q&A session. If you have any question, you may type your question in the chat box, or if you want to ask directly, you may raise your hand. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, participants, and Miss Shirley. We have a little bit malfunction here related to connection. Okay, sorry, Miss Cheryl. Sorry, Miss Cheryl. We have question here from Pasca Novagainau, one of our lecturers. Uh, She asked, based on discussion, why focus only on small and medium enterprises? How about micro enterprises? In fact, if we look at the cases in several countries, micro enterprises are more dominant than small and medium enterprises. Micro enterprises also seems to be more resilient than the other types of businesses because even in times of crisis, they are able to survive. Is there a potential for these micro enterprises to move up to the small and medium level? How can this be achieved, Ms. Cheryl? Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much for raising this important point. Yeah, I think this is an interesting question. So, in my opinion, micro enterprises are indeed dominant and often very resilient, and especially in surviving crisis. And but I think in this study, I focus on SMEs because the Port Elliott key shows a more structured interaction between the narrative institutions, community, and digital capability. So, which is more visible at the SMEs level. And however, the model is transferable to micro enterprises, and many micro firms can scale up when they gained such a basic institutional support and stronger community-based legitimacy, and maybe just a simple but consistent evidence-based digital storytelling. So I think yes, there is the potential for upward movement, but but the enabling ecosystem must measure along with the enterprise itself.
Thank you, Ms. Cheryl. And actually, this is a very good example looking at reflecting on the case of Port Elliot, the one that you have just presented today, because people should know that have a business like the one that included in SMEs is not only selling a product, but also we have to make it has connection with all communities, the consumers, to make it only long lasting, like we said. Because by looking at today's economics, yeah, Indonesian economics, wow, there are so many SMEs that going bankrupt, did not continue. There are so many businesses that closed because of today's economics situation today. But if they using digital marketing, yeah, that what you've said, if they build those connection with their communities, there's gonna be emotional connection, and of course, the product itself will be long lasting, right, Mrs. Cheryl? Thank you very much for today. Thank you for all the participants and also all the presenters that have joined the first session of presentation today. Ms. Cheryl, on behalf of Economic and Business Faculty and Patimura University, we would like to say thank you.
Thank you for having
See
me.
in
Have a good
another
day.
time. I can give